Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. A popular 44-year-old star recently took to social media to send a message to Roman Reigns amid his absence from WWE. The OTC was last seen on the Stamford-based promotion's weekly programming at Clash in Paris. The star in question is Bollywood actor Vidhu Jamwal. At Clash in Paris, Roman Reigns locked horns with Bronson Reed in a singles match. Both stars put on an amazing performance inside the ring, but the contest ultimately ended in Reigns' favor. Following the match, the OTC shared a moment with fans by giving them some signed sneakers. During this wholesome moment, Braun Breaker came out of nowhere to take Roman out with a vicious spear. Breaker and Reed then obliterated the former WWE champion, forcing him to be stretchered out of the arena. The assault on Reigns was part of a storyline, and many reports suggest that he was written off TV because of his commitments outside wrestling, as the OG Bloodline leader is set to play Akuma in the upcoming Street Fighter movie. Bollywood actor Vidhu Jamwal is also set to feature in the Street Fighter live-action as Dalsum. The 44-year-old star recently took to Instagram to post several photos with Roman Reigns. In his post's caption, Jamwal sent a message to the OTC, seemingly calling the latter a warrior. Before getting assaulted by Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed at Clash in Paris, Roman Reigns choked out his former wiseman, Paul Heyman. During a recent interview on ESPN's First Take, the WWE Hall of Famer revealed that he suffered a real-life injury after Reigns' attack. Heyman claimed that he had busted several blood vessels in his eye and didn't know if it was permanent damage or not. They, WWE, went public, saying that I had a scratched larynx or something like that. But here's the thing. Roman Reigns choked me out so hard. If you take a look right here, I busted all these blood vessels in my eye. Take a look at my eye. I don't know if it's permanent damage or not, he said. It remains to be seen when Roman Reigns will return to the Stamford-based promotion's weekly programming. Roman Reigns, WWE's tribal chief and one of the most dominant champions in modern wrestling history, has once again found himself at the center of attention despite being absent from weekly WWE programming. Recently, a photo of the undisputed WWE Universal Champion surfaced online, sparking reactions from fans and wrestlers alike. What made the situation even more interesting was a message directed at Reigns from a 44-year-old veteran of the squared circle, reminding everyone that even in absence, the aura of the tribal chief looms large. Roman Reigns' WWE absence. Roman Reigns has held the undisputed WWE Universal Championship for over 3 years, cementing himself as the longest-reigning world champion of the modern era. However, since WrestleMania 40 earlier this year, his appearances have been scarce. While WWE fans have grown accustomed to his part-time schedule, every absence still fuels speculation about his future, possible storylines, and when he might step back into the ring. The Bloodline storyline, which has dominated WWE programming for years, has entered a transitional phase. Solo Sikoa has emerged as a major figure, while stars like Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, and even outsiders like Tama Tonga have shifted the dynamic. With Reigns out of the spotlight, questions remain about his role when he eventually returns. Recently, fans were thrilled when a new photo of Reigns emerged online. The image showed him looking healthy and relaxed, clearly enjoying his time away from the weekly grind of WWE. For many, it was a reminder that while the tribal chief may not be on television, he is still the most talked-about figure in the industry. A message from a 44-year-old WWE star. What added intrigue to the viral photo was the reaction it received from a 44-year-old WWE veteran. This star, whose career spans decades and who has shared the ring with Reigns in the past, took to social media to send a message of both respect and challenge. The message wasn't a typical shout-out, it carried undertones of unfinished business. Wrestling fans are well aware that in WWE, a single message or public comment can serve as the foundation for a future storyline. At 44 years old, the veteran might not be at the peak of his career, but he remains a respected presence in WWE and still has the credibility to stand across the ring from the tribal chief. The exact content of the message highlighted admiration for Roman's dominance, but it also teased the idea that the current champion hasn't faced every challenge possible. Fans instantly began speculating if this was the beginning of a potential program when Reigns returns. The Tribal Chief's impact outside the ring. What's fascinating about Roman Reigns is how his influence extends beyond the wrestling ring. Unlike many champions who fade into the background during their absences, Reigns manages to dominate headlines even when he's not competing. Every photo, every rumor, and every public appearance is treated as a major event. That level of attention speaks volumes about the character Reigns has built since adopting the Tribal Chief persona in 2020. By aligning himself with Paul Heyman and building the Bloodline faction, he elevated himself from a polarizing star into an unquestioned centerpiece of WWE storytelling. Even wrestlers who send him messages or call him out on social media understand that mentioning Reigns instantly raises their own visibility. That's the power of being the head of the table. Fan reactions to the photo. The reaction among fans was immediate and passionate. Many were excited to see Reigns looking refreshed, believing it to be a sign that his eventual return will be monumental. Some speculated that he may appear at an upcoming WWE Premium Live event, perhaps to reclaim his position as the central figure in the ongoing Bloodline saga. Others, however, expressed frustration. Some fans feel that Reigns' part-time schedule has slowed WWE's momentum, particularly when it comes to the Undisputed Championship being defended regularly. While they recognize his star power, they crave the days when top champions appeared week after week, adding prestige to every show. Regardless of opinion, the truth is clear: Roman Reigns continues to command more attention than almost anyone else in the wrestling world. What's next for Roman Reigns? The big question remains: when will Roman Reigns return to WWE programming? While WWE has kept details under wraps, history suggests that his comebacks are often strategically timed. Major premium live events such as Survivor Series, the Royal Rumble, or even a surprise return on SmackDown could be possible scenarios. If the 44-year-old veteran's message is any indication, there may already be seeds planted for Reigns' next storyline. Whether it's a short-term rivalry or the start of a long build toward WrestleMania season, the interaction proves that his absence has not diminished interest in his character. Additionally, the Bloodline's current instability almost guarantees that Reigns' return will have significant consequences. Solo Sikoa has been carving his own path, while other members of the group are either at odds or exploring new alliances. Fans are eager to see how the Tribal Chief will react when he sees how his empire has shifted during his time away. The importance of veteran voices. The involvement of a 44-year-old WWE veteran in this story shouldn't be overlooked. WWE has always relied on its seasoned performers to bridge gaps and create meaningful rivalries. A veteran bringing attention to Roman Reigns provides the perfect blend of nostalgia and relevance. In many ways, it also highlights Reigns' ability to transcend eras. He is not just a modern champion, he is someone who has earned the respect of performers from previous generations. That respect often translates into compelling television when it leads to confrontations between stars from different phases of WWE's history. Why Roman Reigns remains WWE's biggest attraction even as WWE pushes new stars, it is undeniable that Roman Reigns is the company's centerpiece. His absence only magnifies his importance, as WWE fans constantly speculate about when he will return and what impact he will have on storylines. The Tribal Chief persona has elevated him into rarefied air, joining the ranks of legends like The Rock, John Cena, and The Undertaker, superstars whose presence alone is enough to sell tickets and drive ratings. The recent photo proves that even outside of the ring, he continues to captivate audiences. Add in the intrigue of a veteran sending him a direct message, and WWE has all the ingredients for yet another blockbuster storyline once Reigns decides to step back onto the stage. Roman Reigns' absence from WWE has not diminished his star power; in fact, it may have strengthened it. A single photo of him was enough to ignite conversations across the wrestling world, and the message from a 44-year-old star only fueled speculation about his next chapter. Whether he returns to settle business within the bloodline, defend his championship against a hungry contender, or respond directly to the veteran's challenge, one thing is clear: the tribal chief remains at the center of WWE's universe. Until then, fans will continue to analyze every picture, every rumor, and every cryptic message tied to Roman Reigns. Because in WWE, few figures command the same level of respect, intrigue, and anticipation as the head of the table himself.